Hello there, Carolyn Page, medium, talking about fear. I want to go back to the 90s when Spirit, known to me as Soul Friend, advised me that I needed to assist the fear that was lodged within my body to release and be free. He suggested that I sit with a particular fear, any fear, and allow myself to feel it. I did, and it was very uncomfortable. And I sat with it, and I sat with it, and it welled up inside me and seemed to totally overwhelm me. It felt very uncomfortable for a few minutes. However, Soul Friend, Spirit, kept saying to me, allow yourself to feel it, dear heart. Feel it, feel it. And I did. And it seemed like an eternity, but it was probably only a few minutes. And after a few minutes of feeling terribly uncomfortable, I felt an energy being released. And this is what he said, that if you feel it, if you recognize it, if you accept it, it will dissipate and leave. And it did. And I continued to use that process. And this is the point. If we don't feel it, if we deny it, if we hide from it, it gets lodged in our body somewhere, in our kidneys, in our heart, in our liver, our skin, in our knees, in our joints. It gets lodged and it gets stuck, and it causes aging. It causes the body stress, which causes the body to age. Now, there is one thing that we need to remember when we're releasing fears, particularly old fears that have been hanging around for a long time, stuck in our bodies. We can only release maybe the top few layers of many layers. There may be 10 layers to a fear, or 20 layers. And in my experience, I have only been able to release a certain number of layers. However, I used to revisit those fears, and over time I was able to get every single layer up and out as I felt it, as I accepted it, as I forgave myself for harboring it. It dissipated and left me. I can remember thinking at times, my goodness gracious, where's it gone? It's just gone. That fear that was so overwhelming, that memory of that particular incident, it's gone. And that's the key. Energy needs to be honored. If we create it, we need to honor it and accept it, feel it, and let it be free. So may I suggest, yes, there may be some really deep-seated fears, memories of terrible situations in your life, past and current. However, if we can stop present-day fears from being lodged within our bodies, firstly, just by acknowledging them, 50% of the work is done just by acknowledging the energy of fear. Anything that is negative is based on a fear. And as you allow yourself to think That's a negative thought. What is the fear that is causing that negative thought? You will then be so far into the process of eliminating fear from your life, you will be surprised. So, if I may suggest, start today. Perhaps not with those deep-seated fears, but with the everyday, ordinary fear, the everyday, ordinary negative thought. Think, what is causing this? Grapple with it and allow yourself to feel it. And as you feel it, it will dissipate and leave. It may return. You just keep going through that same process until, if your desire is to be free of fear, this process will work. It is all about your intention, developing a strong desire to be free of fear.